Accidentally left it on the wrong thing. Well, that was quite a blowout of end to Shadowbringers. So what will be the interim content? Will it be getting them back to their original bodies? Will it be the war? Will it just be going back and forth between the two like a freaking ping pong ball? I don't know. I don't know. But I'm kind of eager to find out. Also, I'm not hungry for once. I celebrated the Twitch follower milestone with some Mexican that I've been holding off of since cash has gotten tight for me. It was very nice to have again. Very nice. Oh, please don't make me break out. Don't make me break out the Mountain Dew too soon, please. I'm too full for that at the moment. And I've still got the water with me. Alright, back with our local pink associate. What do you have for us? Hey, there's the 80s stuff. Nice to see it, finally. Gods, it's good to see you. I hope your being here means you've had your fill of rest? Not as much as 40 winks. I can't have 40 winks anymore. Or full rest. My ear won't let me. Well, you've certainly earned it. Not much has happened since your last visit. I had planned for you to beat that helper I told you about, but he refuses to answer his link pearl. I do hope he's alright. We've been exchanging messages with the Orzian Alliance throughout, though. They say the fighting has finally stopped at the Gimlet Dark and that the Empire has shown no sign of movement. Which means we might actually have a moment to ourselves for a change. Seeing as you're back, maybe you could tell me more about your time in the First? Great! Oh, and if you don't mind, I'd like to ask I'm sorry, I know how it's supposed to be spelled, but I am not going to let go of a running gag like this. Flamine to join us. She'll want to know what happened to Minfiliant, and I think it's best she hears it from you. We'll meet you on the terrace at the House of Splendors. Why am I walking like a chump? Don't fool me like that, game. My, it has been too long. Tataru did mention that I would be joining you, did she not? Yes, she did. Thank you. Words cannot well express how I have longed to know more of the First. This world Minfilia has sacrificed so much to save. But come, rest your feet. Tataru should be arriving shortly. And so Minfilia chose to pass on her gifts to the next oracle? This girl who Thancred named Reen? To have such a burden thrust upon her as a child, only to embrace it when given the choice. How do your glasses stay on your face? In that respect, they are quite alike. It would seem her legacy is indeed in capable hands. Might I ask a favor of you when next you return to the First, to tell Reen what I cannot? To tell her thank you. Yeah, that's doable. And I would offer thanks to you as well for staying with her to the end. Yeah, who's this? Hey, it's a favorite pirate money man. Real, I hope you're here to tell me you've received word from our helper. I wish. Nay, I've not had a peep out of him, and it's been a good long while too. Too bloody long. On account of which I'm going to sneak over the border and see if I can't get a signal up to him from up closer up. But what if they catch you? There must be another way. Well, it ain't as if we can ask Thancred to do it. Besides, I shouldn't have no trouble picking me way through Gimlet now the fighting's died down. Gods know there's enough shadows to hide in. And it beats waiting around here twiddling me thumbs. Any road, I just thought I'd let you know. Now, I'd best be... Did you not finish that? Ach, I nearly forgot. Kryle's at the stones and she wants a word. Something to do with the patients. She was getting ready to examine them again when I left. We'd best head back then. I'm sure it's important. Well, I suppose I should tell her what, what really happened to them. Whoa! Sir, please park your whale outside. It's disrupting the patrons. Sir or madam. It seems she's still examining them. Oh, I do hope it's nothing bad. Other than maybe slight malnutrition or something?
You're here. Good.
Hello.
So, how are they?
Still locked in slumber, but otherwise in good physical health. For the present, at least.
For the present? Oh no, is something wrong with them?
I'm afraid there may be. I summoned you after detecting faint signs of instability in Thancred's corporeal ether. But subsequent examination suggested all 5 might be affected. And when I examined them just now, my fears were confirmed. Tellingly, the degree of instability varies between them. Thancred exhibits the most notable signs, followed by Y'shtola and Urianger. The twins' ether, meanwhile, remains relatively stable, but there is a change there too if one knows to look for it.
Hold on. Isn't that the order they were called away in?
Indeed. Which leads me to believe the instability will only increase with time.
So in other words, they have to be a permanent resident of one or the other. They can't be in both.
Though I can but speculate, I fear this may be a symptom of a weakening link between body and soul.
By the gods! What happens if the link is broken?
You'll wiggle some more, I'm sure.
I cannot say for certain. This is all unknown territory to us. Yet whatever happens, it cannot be good.
Yum.
Mercifully, the instability is still only slight. And you may rest assured Master Matoya and I will do everything in our power to keep it from worsening. Be that as it may, it is imperative that you find a way to restore our friends' souls to their bodies.
I'll let them know about it. No rest for the righteous. Oh, there ain't no rest for the wicked. Money don't grow on trees. I got bills to pay, I got mouths to feed. There ain't nothing in this world for free.
Thank you.
But where's she even supposed to start? We had the greatest minds in the realm hunting high and low for an answer, and they ran out of places to look.
Didn't I just tell you?
You stated in your report that the Exarch had originally intended to reverse the summoning process by means of his own death, correct?
Yeah, he did that. He did say that.
Raha always was a reckless young fool, ready to die for the first righteous cause that came along. His plan might well have worked, but I for one am glad he never had the opportunity to see it through. Even if it does mean our friends must remain stranded a while longer. There is another way, I am sure of it. And the key lies with him, with the Exarch. Pray return to the First and apprise him and the others of the situation.
I'll tell him to get the lead out.
We, meanwhile, will do what we can from here. And, if the fates are kind, we will have good news to share upon your return.
I really ought to re-listen to the James and the Giant Peach soundtrack. And also just rewatch the movie in general. Well, it's a good movie. Always got a business with the Exarch. The Exarch-kun. Ha 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 ha. Ah, you are returned. I hope your time in the source was suitably restful. But of course it wasn't. Go on. Their corporeal aether shows signs of instability. By the gods, the possibility never even occurred to me. If you have returned in the hope that my research has yielded a solution, I fear you will be sorely disappointed. 'Tis but a mercy we have the likes of Mistress Krile and Master Matoya to keep our friends' bodies safe while we wrestle with the problem. But they cannot forestall the separation of body and soul indefinitely. Come, the others must be told. The others must be told, and maybe Urianger and Ishtola will have ideas. We're missing some. Rada 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 rada. Alright, there he is.
Pray excuse my late arrival.
You're not excused.
Will Thancred and Reen not be joining us?
Well, it only concerns Thancred.
With apologies to all, they beg leave to pursue their investigation of the empty to its conclusion. Should matters here demand their presence, however, they did assure me that they would make themselves available.
Yes, of course. Then let us proceed. I think it best that you begin by providing a summary of Mistress Kryle's findings.
The the aether in your real bodies is wasting away without you. In a way.
I suppose it was only to be expected that some change would occur.
Yet our souls seem unaffected. To my eye, at least.
And your eye is a very special eye.
How long they will remain so is another question. Kryl is right. It is imperative we find a way to return to the source.
Perhaps an explanation of the method by which I brought you here will yield some inspiration. Ere I begin, it must be noted that I am by no means a gifted mage. In order to employ powerful magics, I must rely upon the Crystal Tower and its boundless reservoirs of energy. The magic that summoned you was no exception. 'Tis a singular spell, adapted through painstaking effort from the technique that transported me to the first. To use an analogy, it works by cutting a hole in the fabric of reality. A hole tailored to the object of summoning, through which it and it alone may pass unscathed.
That explains why they came here naked.
Though I succeeded in creating said hole, I failed to latch onto my intended target. Instead of you, the spell found those close to you, and ended up summoning them in their incomplete state.
Euphemism for naked.
I would not soon throw my life away, not after the lengths you and yours went to save it. And so long as I breathe, I will spare no effort to see you safely home.
Spared no expense.
But should all else fail, and your lives be at stake, there remains one sure method.
If you'd like, I could do it myself.
Oh. What was that for?
Probably for thinking stupid thoughts.
How can you even entertain such thoughts? You owe your life to the Warrior of Light, and you don't get to die unless she says so.
I say he dies now. I wonder if she's ever done that for the forehead flick to Alpha Nod as well.
Your followers await your divine judgment.
Oh, don't you put this evil on me.
What did you just...
If the two of you have finished, perhaps we could return to our discussion? Rather than dwelling upon the multiple failed attempts at transference, I think it would behoove us to focus on the solitary success. I would draw your attention to the fact that our friend can travel between worlds possessed not only of her body and soul, but her personal effects besides.
Yes, I didn't come here naked.
This is no different from the teleportation magics to which we are all accustomed. Magics that allow for the transportation of those inanimate objects one considers to be an extension of oneself.
Are you suggesting that simply by considering us her possessions, she could carry our souls back to the source upon her person?
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, this is an abusable scenario for me.
Well, it would be nice if things were that simple for a change. But vague notions of ownership seem a rather tenuous thing to stake our lives on. So much as a moment of doubt on her part and we'd be left floating in the rift.
Milady hath the right of it. The requisite fixity of belief would be too much to ask even of our friend.
Oh, I think I could do it, Lamp.
Yet were we to immure our souls within an object in her possession, mayhap then our safe passage could be assured. White Auracite would, I believe, serve as a suitable vessel for this purpose. It was conceived to imprison the massy soul of an Ascian, and should house one of ours with relative ease.
How about all 5 of you, though?
We would need only to ensure our soul's safe preservation inside the stone, and identify a means by which they might be transferred back onto our vacant bodies.
Stabbing you in the And the chest might work with them.
Soul preservation and transfer.
Whoops.
On the far shore of the source, there stands a great palace built by the elves. It was forsaken in the wake of the flood, but a certain Numo chose to make their home there soon after. Though they have long lived as a recluse, they once occupied a place of honor in Verbert's royal court, and it is said that none in all of Norvrand is more knowledgeable than they on matters of the soul.
But does he also know about the blues?
Well, I've no objection to seeking a helping hand, but if they've gone to such lengths to hide themselves away from the world, what makes you think they'd be willing to lend us one?
A worthy question. Years ago, I myself tried and failed to solicit their cooperation in the battle against the Sin Eaters. No sooner had I begun to make my plea than they unleashed a swarm of their familiars upon me. Unlike me, however, you have curried favor with the faithful. By that merit alone, I am hopeful that they would grant you an audience. They may still be inclined to turn you away, of course, but if their knowledge might feasibly facilitate your return home, we have to try.
I see another one of them dog people. Ugh, I don't want to lose more slots, so I'll use that. Oh hey, blue stuff. It's nice and simple. I feel kind of royal with this. A grand adventure. The Grand Cosmos, that is the palace we seek, stands on the opposite shore of the source. I will arrange for a boat to carry us there. Whilst thy journeyest thither, I think it best that I devote mine energies to the creation of white aurosite. By thy leave, of course. You may go, lamp! The process requireth no small amount of time, and should the Numo consent to lend us their aid, we will have need of a suitable vessel ere long. Agreed. Then I would ask the rest of you to meet me in Sullen, and do be prepared for a warm reception. I do hate it, but I think that the food is making me sleepy. Because it makes me feel kind of full. I'll be back. I just considered the fact that maybe this is what addiction is like. Maybe this is what it's like to be addicted to caffeine. I don't know. I feel like I used to be able to go days without Coke. It used to be a habit of mine, but largely for vanilla Coke. Come on. There we go. It's a bit hard to get a grip on these. On the tabs. Maybe I ought to just start streams with them, but I always hold out the hope. Yeah, hold on a moment. Yeah, I thought as much. Hold on. Model needs a little adjustment. Ah, that's better. That's better. Hold up. Let me collect some experience. There we go. Thirstless shore. It's always got enough to drink. Yes, I'm definitely feeling a little slew. Ah, I just realized. Oh, this 80 gear is probably going to look the exact same as what I'm wearing now. It's just going to be better is all. Alright, didn't expect this music. As I told you before, I had scarcely set foot on the palace grounds when I was set upon by our host's familiars, and I expect our reception today to be no different, which is why I propose we march through the main gate, weapons drawn. I'm sorry, but are we not here to petition for assistance? You can't honestly think barging in looking for a fight is going to persuade them. Actually, I believe the Exarch may have the right of it. They have no doubt poured a great deal of time and energy into their creations. Were I them, I should be most interested to meet with those who could overcome my defenses. As would any true seeker of knowledge, and there is little we can say or do to convince them to help us if we know nothing of their character, nor less why they chose to hide themselves from the world. But if we could seize their interest, mayhap we can earn ourselves an audience. We punch. Weapons drawn it is, then. Though I must say, Exarch, you certainly seem to be enjoying all of this. Do I? Well, I will not deny that I enjoy the thought of fighting alongside you all rather than pacing about inside the Crystal Tower. You both seem to be in rather high spirits, if you ask me. Not that I'm surprised. Your moods invariably improve when Yuhime is around. What exactly are you implying? It's a good thing, Allie. She averted a calamity, and the light which seemed destined to consume her has been extinguished. It is only natural that we be pleased to see her. Nice save. Yes, well, you will have plenty of time to celebrate her good health after we've finished here. Of course. Then let us proceed to the palace. Grand Cosmos. I'm Cosmo! Yeah, we're good like this. Was that thing I felt again? My fingers are just tearing themselves up in the cold weather. In the dryness. Mostly along the knuckles for whatever reason. It's wiggly and creepy. In fact, I don't think it's even holding that staff, actually. Should you value your lives, you'll quit this place at once. Now be gone with you! Need to get the super magic out.